What do you think they call the exterior color?
Storm gray.
No.
What?
Gun. What do you think they call the interior?
Blood?
We owe this car a couple of apologies. Because
That's
I found
bold.
some things that we complained about in the intro that are actually not valid complaints. You can also have a boost gauge if you
To mirror that one.
want another boost gauge.
Yeah.
Taking drugs, I'm not having sex, I ain't into making love, so come give me a hug, be into getting rough.
It's recognized me. Hey everybody, it's Chris and Charlie here with Daily Motor, and we're driving the 2023 Nissan Z.
Yeah, so this is a performance pack car.
Yeah, mid-level trim, gets
Yeah.
you the limited slip diff, still gets you the 400 horsepower, 3-liter twin turbocharged V6.
With 350 pound-feet of torque.
Yes, healthy amount of torque.
Yeah.
I love the styling of the rear of this car.
Let's make note
Front's
of
a bit
this
strange.
scratch.
Ah,
Or is
right.
that just a line from PPF? No, that's a scratch.
Yeah,
Let's get a photo
so
of that.
Nissan, we're documenting that because we have not driven the car yet.
I like all the retro styling on this car, and I know some people probably think it's a bunch of nostalgic BS, but I like how there's different elements of Z cars in this new Z. Like the
Yeah.
back looks like a 300ZX, the front looks kind of like a really old Z, and overall it still has the Z shape, which is nice. They haven't gone like super crazy with some new stupid design. So
Nostalgic is okay if you're going off of a good nostalgia.
this
if
is a
it's-
good nostalgia.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like same with like the Bronco and stuff. Like
How do
the
you
old
open the-
Bronco is cool, so the new Bronco is cool.
How do you open the?
This is consumer journalism here, folks. Looks like it might be maybe it's very nostalgic to have to open the trunk from the inside of the car.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. No, Charlie. I'm just being stupid. It's under the Nissan badge.
Look at that beautiful lift back.
Yeah.
Mm.
Smells like a Nissan. First aid kit and a
that's
cargo
good.
net.
This has Velcro. Why isn't it sticking?
Oh, you know why? Because this is an accessory. So I bet you it sticks to this. Yep.
Okay, put that over there too. Okay.
There we go.
So if you get the accessory carpet, which probably costs $400 or so, figure out
It's a nice
different
carpet.
place for your first aid kit. 2-seater, if you didn't know that already.
Manual. You can also have a 9-speed automatic if you'd like.
Yeah.
Would you like to pop the hood, Charlie?
Yeah, might as well. I'm actually a bit disappointed because I'm filming this, which means Chris gets to drive first, and I'm.
Yeah, but I've never driven one of these.
Yeah.
Well, I've driven an automatic one, but
Where did you drive an automatic?
Mama 2 years ago.
Mm.
Well, last year, I guess.
Why? This
Yeah.
car costs at least $52,000.
This also looks like the old V6.
Well, I'm sure
Strut
it's
tower brace.
derivative. Yeah.
Great. Okay.
You know, this is why this doesn't have struts, is because it's so reliable. You're never going to have to be
You
under
never have
here.
to open the hood.
Yeah. So they're like, why would we bother putting struts in there?
Yeah.
The fuel cap
This
is
is pretty
huge.
cool.
The fuel like tank cover thing here.
Oh.
Oof. Did you put your foot on the clutch?
Yeah,
Oh.
the parking brake isn't up all the way.
So the driver who dropped this off simply just.
Hold on. Okay, there it goes.
All right,
I
he
mean,
just didn't pull it up
He
enough.
had it up pretty far. It was only like one click from the top.
Do you
so
think
keep
maybe
that in
some
mind.
manual handbrake enthusiasts have been having their way with the handbrake?
That is possible. Yeah. So, and just like the old Zs, your seat controls are on the right-hand side.
I
of the
quite like
seat.
that. Pretty aggressive starter there.
Interesting.
Nice big screen. I like how it's built into the dash here. Temp all the way down. I actually kind of like having physical climate controls too. Like
Yeah, that's
like
great.
old school, not a screen or anything. Yeah, that's very old school.
Trunk release.
There it is. That's a good place for it. Oh look, Chris, you can actually have water bottles in this car and passengers.
However,
and arms.
like the BMW Z4, to access the other one, you have to open this.
Mhm.
So you just drive with this open if you want two cup
It's a
holders.
2 cup holders, yeah. It's a bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, wait a minute. What is the point of that? Because you would
Maybe
never.
it's for when you're parked if you go to a drive-in movie.
That's the only reason I could. Yeah, but even then, you'd be sitting here like this watching the movie, and you'd be hitting this with your arm.
Yes.
And if you're parked, you could just hold the drink.
Yes. So we have manual. So we have power controls on the right, and we have manual controls on the left. To
What
do,
manual control do you have?
Height.
Oh, you also have manual control for lumbar over here.
Oh, I see. It's both sides of it. Oh, okay. No, I actually kind of like that. Well, I mean, whoa! What did you do to me?
I lumbared you.
Oh, so if you're driving, you have to go like this.
Yeah. Well, you can't have any hands on the wheel because you adjust your height over there, and you adjust your lumbar over here, and you adjust your recline and your fore and aft there. Look, there's an air vent in the door. That's kind of fun.
Oh, that is very cool. Mine was shut. That's why I'm hot.
You're always hot, Chris.
Thank you, Charlie. I mean, Paris.
I think this is a very Paris and Nicole car.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Do you think Paris and Nicole know what Nissan is?
Yeah, because
of the GTR?
Paris probably had a GTR.
Probably a Nismo, though, right?
This car's done 3,200 miles, and look at the state of the shift knob.
It's just a bit broken in. Would you like S mode?
I don't know what that means.
I think it's rev matching.
Oh, yeah, give me that. How do you know if it's on or not?
I don't know. Why doesn't it tell you? I don't know at this point. Figure out.
Wait, no, do that again.
Is it way over on the left?
Yeah, but the S is staying.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's relevant. Okay.
I guess we'll just figure it out. So up at the top we have 3 gauges. We have a boost gauge, turbo speed, whatever that means,
How
and a
fast your turbos
voltmeter.
go?
Yeah, but why do you need to know that?
Why do you need to know anything, really?
Wouldn't you rather have oil temp right here instead of turbo
Well, no,
speed?
because remember, this engine's so reliable, you'll never have to know what your oil temp is because it'll always be exactly at operating temperature.
Steering feels pretty nice.
Oh, Chris, it's a bit loud in here.
Rev matching's on. So it just rev matched first.
Well, let me press S mode again and then see if it's off.
Yeah, I'll try it again. Wait, so you just have to remember if it's on.
Well, the easy way to find out is if you go to rev match and it doesn't work, then you press it. No, it's still
on.
Maybe you hold it. Hey,
there you go. Okay, I'll put it back on. Thanks.
Okay. Remember about an hour ago when we had a turbocharged inline 6 in front of us? And it sounded really good? Okay. Just wanted to reminisce.
We
were talking about nostalgia.
I just want to like this car. Oh, there's so much traffic. I haven't taken off yet in this car, so I'm gonna be safe.
Mm-hmm.
I like the red accents in here.
So far, I like every bit of the design.
Yeah, the design's great.
I feel like it's a bit of a car so far that the designers got to have their way with everything, and then everyone else had to just fit the mold.
Yeah. Is this our Mazda?
It could be.
Nope, that's a CX-5.
With roof rails. I don't think Mazda would have put roof rails on the press car. Oh, I like the sound of that.
It's quick.
Is it?
Yeah. What is it? You felt it too. You don't think it's quick?
No, it's quick. I remember driving this. It's very
I remember
fast.
riding in this car with you, and
Yeah.
you and Chris were just flogging them.
Allegedly.
On a closed course.
Yeah, in Mexico.
In Mexico.
In Forza.
A little bit of rev hang. Oh, yeah, that's really fast.
Sounds a bit artificial.
Yeah, can you get rid of that? Oh, this is nice,
so.
and you'll like this.
What is it?
The traction control button is right here.
You're going to be stuck behind 2 semi-trucks, though.
See, I just, in general, don't really like V6s, and you know that about me.
Yes.
So, I mean, obviously, I would prefer an inline 6. And the really old Zs did have inline 6s. And then they switched to V6s.
V6s that Chris would own.
Porsche
Macan. Alfa Romeo, Giulia, Stelvio.
Yep,
those 2. Anything probably like pre-1990, like anything pre-2000 Ford V6s,
probably,
like a Probe or something like that. Probe GT.
Yeah, Probe GT. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't love it, but
that's about it.
Yeah, I would love the. Yeah. Oh my God, we're about to get sandwiched.
Oh my goodness, he's right there.
He is right there,
Why?
But he has high visibility tape on his bumper, on his front bumper, for obvious reasons. Just get me away from this.
You're good on the right.
Why is it beeping at me?
Yeah, why did it do that? Is that because you went over a line?
Holy crap. That's why, because I went over a line. Can we get rid of that?
I don't know. It's probably somewhere in your screen. I'm receiving a telephone call.
Of course you are.
How's the shifter?
It's okay.
Is it better
It's
than
weighted
a
strangely.
BMW shifter?
It feels like a BMW shifter.
Oh.
Kinda.
If Nissan were to benchmark anyone's shifter, it should
not have been
BMW.
BMW.
Because the 370Z shifter was quite
Ah,
good.
man, I don't know, dude. I just... Oh, let's try
The
stay
ride
over
seems
here,
pretty
actually.
good.
Yeah, well, I was just wanting to test that out.
Are there drive modes?
I have no idea.
Doesn't seem like it. Can you open the trunk while driving?
No.
A lot of greenhouse back there, though. Yeah, the ride's fantastic.
The ride is quite good.
And no creaks or rattles over there
Yeah,
either.
no. Build quality seems nice.
I like the leather on this manual manual parking brake there, e-brake.
Yeah, does it really not have drive? It has to have drive modes. I mean, it does. It is from the 2000s, I should say.
Would you like to know where you are?
Yes.
You are on Tyler Road in Ypsilanti. The next street is Airport Service Road in Ypsilanti. And the previous street was McGregor Road.
Maybe you just don't get drive modes, but I would just really find that hard to believe. Maybe we should watch your old review of the car and see if it has drive modes.
I did review this, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Are you,
2 years ago. Pretty sure you did.
I know I did a sound test.
Unless you just did a winding road. No, you went to... Did you go to the launch event of this car?
Yeah, but I think I just sound tested it.
That's it? And then did winding road?
I don't know. I write things off the moment I get out of the seat.
Yeah.
I was editing our G90 review and I hardly remembered being in that car.
I don't believe that there are no drive modes. That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe this is the drive mode. There's 6.
I
7
mean,
if you want reverse.
We aren't really big enthusiasts of drive modes.
No,
in
I'm okay
general.
without having it.
And I'm okay with it. I just don't believe that it, it's weird to me that it doesn't
Right, you
have
think
drive
Nissan
modes.
would gimmick that up.
Doesn't the Aria have drive modes?
You love how laggy that screen is?
That's terrible.
The Aria does, but it's in a little drive mode selector.
So this would probably have a drive mode selector if it had drive modes. What does this do? On-off color.
It turns your color on the outside.
Yeah, but it doesn't...
If you turn it off, it's just bare sheet
It doesn't
metal.
do anything. It's not a real button. It's... Oh, wait. No, it does click. It's probably for ambient lighting.
Yeah, probably. Oh, wait, no, those are just lights.
And we probably can't see it unless it's dark out.
Yeah, it's not like the GV70.
Would you like me to put this up for you?
Sure.
There you go.
Let's get a thumbnail.
Okay. Is it the car parked the right way for a thumbnail? I mean, it's pretty cloudy today. So.
Turn the wheel at least.
I thought these had a black roof.
Maybe that's only in the proto version.
Probably.
I do actually quite like the styling. Look at
Raised
these
wheels,
baby little
Charlie.
speakers.
Raised
Are-
wheels.
Raised?
Yeah, no, Raise. The brand, Raise.
Oh, cool. No idea what that
Nissan
means.
does good wheels. You know, like the GTR Black Edition?
It's for your radar detector?
Yeah. No, that is literally what that's for.
Mm-hmm.
It had the really nice raised wheels.
Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't play the window sticker game.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do that right now. Yeah. Go ahead.
You mean it?
Yeah.
That happens quite easily. Wow.
So you were right about that trunk mat being $400, by the way.
Nice.
How much do you think they charge for an illuminated kick plate?
$500.
Yes, exactly 500. You read this, Monroney. You
No.
have to.
No.
How much do they charge for ambient lighting?
$895.
$445.
Oh.
So almost exactly half of what you guessed. So this car, as tested, $1,000 destination, $52,360. You know where this car is assembled?
Japan?
No,
Indiana?
no.
Where?
Los Angeles.
Really?
Yeah.
Assembled in LA?
Yes.
Huh. I don't know if I like that shifter at all. Oof. I'm gonna have to think about that.
That's why I was very unclear on it.
Boy, the powertrain feels lazy. Do you notice that? Also, okay.
Can we turn that off, please? It's probably in the cluster somewhere to turn that off.
This is one of the few cars, I don't know if I trust being without traction control coming out of some of these corners.
Why? Because it's sketchy?
A little bit.
It's really quick.
Yeah, is that a police?
That might be a cop, yeah. But he's going right. If it isn't a cop now, it was at one point.
Verdict?
Yeah, it was a cop. Not a cop anymore. Oh my god.
You notice when you let off the accelerator, there's a kind of a delay into when you actually stop getting power. Also, the power kind of falls off over 6,500.
It's really quick.
Brakes feel good.
Yeah, the back of my head agrees with you.
The steering is just super vague. You don't feel the road at all. I like the body. I really like the suspension tuning though. Weird. Okay.
What do you think they call the exterior color?
Storm gray.
No.
What?
Gun.
Have they ever seen a gun? They're typically black.
What do you think they call the interior?
Blood?
Red. No, just red.
Okay. Gun.
Visor test. Fail.
Yeah.
Interesting. Is it sketchy?
It kind of makes you work for it. You kind of got to know what to do, and that's kind of rewarding. It's not like a BMW where you can usually just kind of like look the throttle and it does it for you.
Or Lexus RCF.
Yes. All right, well, we're going to be spending the week doing handbrake turns and drifts with the Nissan Z, allegedly. And we will report back to you on if we have any run-ins with the Federales or if we stall it. Ooh, Chris.
Yeah.
That's
cozy elbows.
fantastic.
Yeah. Very
super
cozy.
squishy, soft
And this
place
is
for your
too.
elbows.
This is squishy as well.
Okay, good.
Well, not as squishy, but it's somewhat squishy.
Okay.
So this could be a comfy elbows thumbnail.
It might have to be.
Yeah.
They've been loading.
You know what
things
else is
up
comfy
one.
elbows? The Mazda CX-30, and that's our other car this week.
Excellent. Comfy elbow week.
Yeah. I think she has comfy elbows.
We're gonna end this now.
Okay.
2 gray cars, a gray sky, and a gray day.
And
But
a gray Charlie. And a gray Chris, because we are sad.
no, I'm actually blue because I'm sad. And I made a smoothie this morning.
And decided it was best served on your shirt.
Yeah.
I see.
So I rushed over to the sink but then didn't.
We're not good with keeping smoothies actually in the cup that they were supposed to be in.
Mm.
Also, we owe this car a couple of apologies. Because
That's
I found
bold.
some things that we complained about in the intro that are actually not valid complaints.
Did you figure out a way to turn off the active noise?
No.
Did
but
you
that's
figure
not
out a
one of
way
the
to make
things.
the clutch lighter?
No.
Did you figure out a way to get more steering feel?
No.
Okay, then.
But I did figure out a way to have the second cup holder without opening the console.
I'm actually very curious about that.
Yes, so let's
take
check
No,
it
no,
out.
you go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, since you were just in it,
Yep.
you'll have the most fresh driving experience. Okay, so I am
So,
I'm curious about this.
you know how most cars, there's some sort of button or something. With this car, you just...
Whoa. Okay, that's actually a pro tip. That'll probably go in the beginning of the video so that when we
when
do
we
complain about it,
it's... Right.
I mean, that's what the raw first impressions are for. That's really cool. All right, so it does
Yeah.
take a bit of effort.
Even when it's back there, though,
you can still
use it
you can
and
still get to your hand
reveal
sanitizer.
the crisp dropping.
Yeah.
So
That's good because it really didn't make any sense beforehand, but I'm glad you figured that out.
I did on accident. I was just driving the car and I was shifting gears and I went,
Your whole
hold on
world,
a second.
you heard the angels singing
Yeah.
and the sun broke through and,
And
you're
I
like,
was, and then I just kept pushing, and I was like, "Oh, that actually makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense."
okay.
The other thing is, start. We complain about the gauge cluster looking like a Nissan Rogue.
yes,
You can set a sport cluster.
that is better.
Yes. So that's what I've done.
Still not fantastic, but much better.
No, it isn't great, but it's better and more unique. I assume it's probably still the same screen they use in the Rogue.
Well, sure.
But they've put this in it, and you can get a G meter over here on the left.
Mhm.
Or you can have an upshift indicator. You can also have a boost gauge if you
To mirror that one.
want another boost gauge.
Yeah.
Taking drugs, I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug, be into getting rough.
It's recognized me.
This is why I don't set wireless CarPlay. Or you can have tire pressure, which is actually probably the most
best
relevant.
one to have, yeah.
But I've been using the G meter.
Yeah. Has Emily been really excited by seeing what G's you
She
guys are
actually
pulling?
thought it was cool.
Yeah?
She
Did
said,
she?
"Oh, it has." Unprompted, she said, "Oh, it has a G-force meter on the cluster," and I said, "Yes, it does."
Okay. So is all this to say that you bonded a bit with this?
I have, and also, one thing, this isn't adjusted properly.
Do not. Oh yeah, you're right.
It's not
I was going to
just-
say, don't you dare complain about having a manual handbrake. But yes,
No, it's not adjusted. No, I love the manual handbrake, but I'll
It
demonstrate.
doesn't work very well.
Oh, okay, that wasn't a good. But if you just kind of,
Yeah. I assume it's been used a few
that's
times.
kind of what I figured. You have to honestly, when I pull it up, I use both hands and I go like that,
Okay.
because then you get your full.
Well, Steve, if you're watching, have Nissan.
It just needs to be adjusted.
Take it
That's
to the
it.
dealer.
Yeah.
Hans, if you're watching.
So
Okay.
there's that.
Screen is nice and large.
Screen. Not only that, it's in a great spot.
It is. It's built
It's in a
well.
very good spot.
It's not glary.
The only problem is,
Oh. It is a bit slow to respond.
Very, very
And
light.
the resolution's not fantastic either. This looks very large.
No.
And chunky.
So I still have pretty much the same impressions as far as driving the car goes. I'm not a huge fan of the clutch. I'm not a huge fan of the steering, throttle response, tuning, of all of those sort of things. But I've gotten more comfortable as far as my seating position and actually feeling somewhat connected with the car.
Okay.
I've done enough adjustments to the seat throughout the week to actually feel like, okay, I'm in this car, I'm comfortable, I can do everything I need to do. I've also gotten smoother with driving it,
Yeah. that
because
makes
you
sense.
kind of just learn,
You learn the hang.
throughout the week. But
I'm looking right now. You know how much better this interior would look with a different mirror? Something like a frameless?
well, that's
It would
kinda,
crispen up
that's
everything.
kind
in
of
here.
the thing with this car is a lot of these interior materials. I mean, granted, it is on the cheaper end.
Is it though? Is
From
this
a-
one
from
like
a-
50-some
Well,
thousand?
from a starting price, it's like 40 something grand, isn't it?
Yeah, and you get all this. Well, you don't get a limited diff, but you at least get the engine.
Exactly. Should we talk about the engine?
I guess. Might as well.
It's just very like lackluster, and I wish that. I mean, you can make an exciting V6. It's hard. I mean, I've only encountered a few V6s that I actually really like. One of them being in the Porsche Macan S. But this V6 is just so bland. Like it doesn't motivate me to rev it out. It doesn't sound like anything.
I would be less disappointed by it if the previous 370Z's VQ wasn't actually quite cool. I mean, say what you want about
I don't like the VQ.
degenerates who, cut their mufflers off and
Like
drive
you,
around.
when you had a VQ.
Yes, but that was a good motor. It made a lot of power for what it was. It was NA. You could be rewarded by ringing it out, and it sang the song of its people. That doesn't happen in this motor.
It just sounds like a vacuum.
Yeah, well, it's because it's all fake.
Also, why can't I hear the turbos? I wish
I
I
know.
could. I wish I had like a.
You know these
that would-
turbos are blowing away.
I was gonna say that would almost save it. If I got like some crazy turbo noise.
Yeah.
I would.
If there was no fake noise and all you heard was, and then,
Yeah, that would
you'd be
be-
shifting all day. You'd be so
That'd
happy
be
about
excellent,
this.
yeah.
Well, here's a great example. The the BMW Z4 that we just had, that car was made by the
Yeah.
fact that the noises it made.
Yeah.
The sounds were so what, and the BMW i7,
Yeah.
an electric car that even despite that, the noises are what made the car exciting. I mean, that sounds kind of cool, but it also sounds strange and artificial.
But this thing is
it's
really
so quick.
It's so quick.
Do you notice the suspension's a bit soft?
A little bit.
You hear the same sort of exhaust whooshing that you do in a Ford Explorer.
Oh yeah. I was gonna bring something up.
Fastness?
It's a little squirrely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with
it's not
everything on.
predictably squirrely. Also,
No, it's
I think
a little
this
sketchy.
truck is about to miss it. Maybe not. Okay. Figured he was going to take oversteer, but yeah, it is. It is a bit of a handful sometimes, and not in a predictable way. It's not like the Supra where you can simply slide it everywhere.
Yeah.
This is kind of like, whoa, you're gonna, you know, sort of like.
So quick.
Yeah, it really is. An interesting phenomenon is going to happen with this car.
What?
They're not going to sell a ton of them.
No.
First of all, Nissan can't figure out how to make them properly, and by the time they do,
What are they having trouble painting?
Yes.
I saw an article
that's
on
the
that
most recent.
yesterday.
Yep. So what's going to happen is these aren't going to sell super well, and eventually Nissan's just going to kill it. And
Such
then,
a shame.
in about 15, 20 years, these are going to be remarkably desirable.
That's true.
Because by then, everything will be electric. This will be seen as more of an analog, like, driver's car, and they'll be very rare, and they look awesome. So we'll go, oh, that's a Z. Like, they only made those for a few years.
Yeah, so what we're telling you now is buy one.
Yeah,
because
honestly.
it'll be worth more in 15 years.
It'll sink like a rock for the first few years, so you're going to have to hold on to it.
Yeah.
But after that, it'll creep out. Also, I predict this will be decently reliable, because they've been doing this powertrain in the Infinities for quite some time.
Yeah, why did you turn the climate control off?
Because I didn't want the air sound. Do you need air now?
Yeah, it's just muggy in here.
Okay. You know how we look back fondly on like 90s coupes right now, like Probe GTs and things like that? This is going to fall under that same...
Oh, you know what? Actually, there was more Nissan Z news this week because they announced the Nismo variant.
Sure. Yeah, that one...
Maybe that will fix everything. Because they'll probably have a slightly different exhaust. They'll have it tuned slightly differently. And maybe, I mean, honestly, it could fix everything.
It could, or it could just be faster.
That's true.
Which is the one thing this car actually doesn't need.
No, it does not need to be faster.
It's plenty faster.
No, it really doesn't. Traditionally, Nismo cars aren't usually faster, are they?
No, they're just sharper
different.
and look different. Yeah.
We got a thumbnail. Well, I took so many pictures of this car, so we don't need a thumbnail.
The problem is when I'm editing it, you'll be asleep. So when I go, hey, send me one of those thumbnail photos, and then it'll be 3 hours after the video posts that you'll actually be awake and send me the photo.
Well, if you're watching this and it has no thumbnail, sorry.
It's just a photo of you sitting there in the seat. Yeah, why doesn't
That's
you put...
irritating as well.
Well, to be fair, it doesn't know that you're in park.
Yes, it does. Because the parking brake's up.
Well, then anytime you did a handbrake turn, the doors would unlock and you'd get mugged.
What if it only did it when the car was traveling 0 miles per hour?
0 miles per hour, and this got pulled up. That'd be some pretty advanced engineering, Chris. That I don't know if they could code the computer to recognize all those things. That's a lot. Okay.
Somebody's fingernails have done a number on that plastic trim. Or it was your wedding ring, because you're a being married enthusiast.
My finger wouldn't go in that far. Did you happen to see the beginning of the Silverado video?
Yeah,
okay, good. Not the most responsive engine.
No.
It takes a while to get used to it. It's kind of like a V8.
What does this one do?
Lumbar.
Oh, that's right.
You ran a highway fuel economy test on this.
I did, and it got 31 mpg.
Yeah.
EPA's 24.
Oh, wow. On highway?
Yes.
Holy cow.
So, and it... Go ahead.
EPA is very unfair to manual transmissions.
I knew you were going to say that. That's why I stopped, because I was going to say it. But quite impressive, because I was really only expecting it to get like 26.
Sure.
And we always talk all this about how efficient the Supra is.
Yeah,
This was only off it by 1.
Right. Well, it's very aerodynamic looking. It's not very heavy.
Right. Slippery car.
Does it have wireless device charging?
I don't know.
I don't think it does.
If
it looks like it
would
would go there.
But there's no like icon.
If you have wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay in a vehicle, it needs to have wireless charging.
It does, because it sucks your battery and makes your phone hot.
I can feel my phone melting my pants right now. And there's no point. I mean, I could just take it out, but it's just still going to drain the battery.
Can I tell you one other thing that I like about this car? The trunk switch is in a good place, and it's very satisfying to push.
Is it?
Yes.
I'd do it, but then one of us would have to go
I'll
out.
get out. Go ahead.
It's more of a pull. Ooh, yeah.
Isn't that
It's a very like
nice?
thunk. You definitely know that happened.
Yeah.
It's a decent trunk as well. A lot of space back
It
there.
is. Oh, there's a ton of room. And I can see. Okay. Thank you. I was gonna say something, but then you just heated my shins. Maybe that'll help me. They've been sore lately. The auto car has a sport button.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not very exciting of a rev limiter there.
No.
It's not like a Lexus.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I think they did a lot of cool stuff with this car. I just don't think it's for us. I don't think they built it for drivers enthusiasts.
They didn't build it for us.
No, they built it for style. And
Which they did a great job
yeah,
with. It's a
I think it looks
beautiful car.
fantastic. And they built it for someone more wanting to daily drive. I bet you the take rate on the auto is going to be much, much higher.
Probably. Well,
And the manual will be gone in a
You
few
know what,
years.
Charlie? I have an insider that works at a Nissan dealership, allegedly, and they have a Z in their inventory that's an automatic, and they have not been able to sell it.
Have they sold many manuals?
I don't think they've gotten any manuals.
That's not very useful.
But what I'm getting at is he's told me that the take rate for the manual is higher,
Okay.
and that other dealerships are seeing success with selling manuals.
I think that'll be the case for the short run, but I think in the long run of the car, more lifestyle-y sort of young people who don't know how to drive stick and couldn't be bothered
That's true.
will buy these because they look cool.
Have you driven the automatic?
Yeah.
You've driven the automatic, but you didn't know it existed?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've driven the automatic as well, and I thought it was pretty decent.
Okay. Yeah, I think probably is.
Look at that truck.
At least it's not a CVT. That's a fantastic
You would prefer
truck.
if this was a CVT,
No,
wouldn't you?
I wouldn't. So would you have this?
I think I would.
Really?
But how much is this car? 50
50 something or
I like that they give you a plug for your radar detector, even though they won't go out and say it. We'll say it. This is specifically for a radar detector.
Yes.
Yeah. I like this car. I mean, I didn't like it for the first day, and then sort of bonded with it. 52,000. For 52,000, I would probably get a 981 Porsche Cayman S.
You'd have that over
Or a
lot of cars.
987.2, maybe. I do like this car, though. I mean, there are obviously things that are... Oh, jeez. One last little flog.
Yep.
Oh, yes. That was good.
There is some reward to learning and earning the car, but between the light artificial
snaps
steering,
quick.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
light artificial steering and the soft suspension, it doesn't feel intuitive
Yeah.
to tune it. Intuitive. Yeah.
And as always, Hunan.
Yeah.
Hunan chicken.
That's okay. Well, let's go.
A
get
car
some.
for Hunan chicken. A car
Wow.
for... No, I should stop there.
Boy, can you imagine once Chinese cars actually get on the market, how much
know.
fun those are going to be to review?
We're going to have to...
Really be careful.
Yeah.
There it is, the Nissan Z.
Like Sleepies.
Yeah.
You should put a
Cool
sleepy
car,
emoji.
very cool. Love the way it looks.
We forgot to
not
talk
a
about
driver's
that I
car.
went off-roading in it.
Yes, you
It
took
did a
off.
great
I was
job.
very proud of you, and you
Or it
didn't even
did
get it
great.
dirty.
I did, but the rain washed it off.
Ah.
Yeah. We had a huge thunderstorm yesterday. It was muddy. It was in full safari mode. But it did a great job. Never bottomed out. Never got stuck. Good car.
Yeah. I don't know if I can sign off on that.
Okay. Well, I'm 50. Sorry, I'm 49. He's 51. And
I mean, maybe
drive
I'd
on.
like to drive a base one that costs
Yeah,
only like $44,000
that's
or something like that, and see if I still feel.
And an automatic.
Because everything good about this car would still exist in the base car,
Yes.
and everything that's a complaint about it isn't fixed by being more expensive.
True.
So here's our DM top tip: if you're going to buy a Nissan Z, go buy the cheapest one you can find.
Doesn't have a limited slip though.
Don't
which
care.
Is unfortunate.
Yeah, well, then no one. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because you're just going to drive in a straight line, and get a more fun color.
I like the gray actually. It looks cool with the gray sky. So for the thumbnail, it'll look quite menacing. Anyways, but if you're actually going to buy one, get the highlighter
green.
color. Yeah, because that's pretty cool. Or blue.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. We are Chris and Charlie here with Daily Motor, and as always, I don't know, what do you want? Red interior on?
Xeon.
Zon.
Yeah, Zon.
Zon.